What is up, homies? We are back again for another reaction for episode 2 of WandaVision. That first episode was quite the minefield of mind-bending, and it was great. It was great. If you want to check that out, links down in the description. If you want to see the full uncut reaction for everything that we're doing for WandaVision, check out our Patreon. Link down below as well. If you're new here, welcome. We did these previously for The Mandalorian. We did it for episode 1 of WandaVision, and we're going to jump into episode 2.
Any kind of things that I was thinking about are out the window at this point. I don't know what to expect, and I freaking love it.
Was that first episode anything that you guys expected? Because it wasn't anything I expected.
I mean, based on the trailers alone, it very much like was that, but more. You know, I think the trailer did a good job of just sprinkling the seeds of like, oh, this is kind of what we're doing. But then you watch the episode and you're like, ooh, there's a lot more to this. There's more depth in here.
I didn't think they were gonna commit so hard to the whole episode being that 50s style I Dream of Jeannie sitcom thing, I Love Lucy kind of thing. It was so great. I was so confused the whole time. I was creeped out the whole time. But then you're right, Hector. I bought into it eventually. By the time things were flying around, I was like, this is hilarious. I'd watch this show no problem. Even if
I would stay home from school sick and I would watch WandaVision all day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would watch like 6 episodes of that back to back.
Absolutely.
Like, oh, he goes to work, and then
I want to see more antics. I want to see more zany adventures that they get into.
Well, in case somebody clicked on this without clicking on episode 1, I do have to preface, I have seen the first 3 episodes. I did the press junket, and I got to see some screeners ahead of time, and now I'm watching it with my buddies, and I am
There's already somebody wasting their time in the comments being mad, and I'm like, who cares?
Hey, you can just head over to Nerdist and check out that press junket. I interviewed him. It's great.
Exactly. Yeah.
See, I think this is a little homage to how TV history did change, and it was considered inappropriate to show.
Get your Robo balls played with, Viz.
What was the first show? It may have been I Love Lucy. Maybe they had separate TVs.
Yeah, this is
a Bewitched animated intro, and I love it.
I'm intrigued because it looks a little more modern.
Yeah.
And it's still black and white, despite the fact that it's like shot a little more modern, higher contrast.
Yeah, a little bit.
We got the shower lenses. I'm like waiting for this shit to like zoom into color.
Yeah.
Also, the artwork on the front of the door.
Yeah. The Mind Stone.
Plus, it's our chance to appear as normal as possible while
See?
doing so.
That's what Wanda wants, to appear normal.
That's what was presented in the comic as well.
It's sad, dude. For some reason, it's both Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany in these roles that when they have a look on their face that's like worried or sad, my heart breaks.
Worried.
I'm like, oh, ¿por qué? Why? No.
Why? No.
Pero why? No, Vision. No.
Oh, more color.
Ooh.
We're like leaning into Pleasantville. Of this just like dropping little colors in. There's
Tony Stark colors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Little hot rod red.
Yeah, this is so well done. Very cool.
He played Baby Jesus in last year's Christmas pageant.
I'm never not going to be happy when she shows up.
I know.
And I bet you I'm going to be crushed when something happens later.
Stick him up.
I love this part.
Don't shoot, I'm just a messenger.
Pew, pew.
Look at it. Look at her. Love it.
All of this is for the children.
For the children.
I didn't like that either. Why are they so creepy?
Care for a stick of Big Red?
Big rebel.
Yeah.
Biz the chewer.
My understanding is that it's purely for mastication.
Oh, no, I don't do that.
When in Westfield.
We actually thought you were serious.
Yeah, how does that work?
It's going to gum up his gears.
Oh, no.
That's not good.
But I assure you, I don't mean anyone any harm.
I don't believe you.
It's getting creepy.
Who's doing this to you, Wanda? Wanda! What?
Blood red. What's go?
Scarlet.
Von Strucker.
The man responsible for the
Strucker. He'll make
Hydra. 1,000
Hydra.
meter.
1,000
Yeah.
meters. That's the Hydra symbol. What does the time mean?
And for our
Yo.
final act,
They need to knock it off with that shit. That's creepy. Oh.
Nice.
whoops! You weren't supposed to see how we did that trick.
Little shoulder move.
Yep.
My grandmother's piano.
I think it's important to know that Scarlet Witch is the most powerful character in the MCU.
Yeah.
And we know her from the comic books as being able to manipulate reality.
Manipulator, yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, then I will just have to pull this hat out of myself.
Oh God, he's gonna phase.
I'm doing it. Uh-huh.
If only you all knew our secret.
Oh!
Is that how mirrors work?
I'm gonna say that's a yes.
Yeah,
That's a hard yes.
definitely.
Beth, that's a hard yes.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah, what's in the box? I have no idea. I've been feeling weirdy all day.
They're so cute.
That really gummed up my works, didn't it?
Bitch has dad jokes.
I'm not as funny without it, am I?
No.
Well, you're back to yourself, and that's all I care about. What?
Is she just match? Guys, are they doing this? Are they doing it? They're giving.
Yes, my love. It's really happening. She's pregnant.
Guys, they're gonna give her the children. She's gonna kill everybody.
I also love this part. This is cool.
If Wolverine comes out of that hole,
What?
I'm gonna flip my lid.
It's a Ninja Turtle, bro.
Yeah.
Anybody got some pizza, dudes?
Pizza,
What the
cowabunga,
hell?
bros. Is that a beekeeper? Oh no.
See that?
Oh,
Wanda.
what?
No. Click.
What?
Reverse. Reverse it. Flip it. Play it. Bro, she just made herself. She just made herself pregnant.
And he's
She's about to
Yeah.
turn this whole reality into fucking color, isn't
she's
she?
manipulating this somehow. And
Look at that.
I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Welcome to invention
Oh
of color.
man, Technicolor.
Love that.
This
It's-
very much
yeah.
looks like Technicolor, yeah.
I
It looks-
love it. Looks
yeah.
beautiful though. The
Wow.
colors are great.
Wow.
Really popped.
Yeah.
That's the end of episode 2. Or is it?
Son of a bitch.
Wanda. Who's doing this to you, Wanda? Wanda.
Is she affecting other people? How is this affecting what is going on? I don't.
It's like it's one of those things where I'm trying so desperately hard to figure out where and what is going on. And I feel like by the time we watch the end of the show, we're gonna be like, oh
Yeah. Yeah.
And right now I'm just frustrated to no end that I'm like, does this take place where I think it takes place or not? I'm getting pissed. Man.
Honestly, I'm
Well-
confused right now, and I love it.
It's
I
a
love
good
it.
thing they released the first 2 episodes this first night,
Yeah.
right? Because again, if it had just been the first episode, I feel as though a lot of people would have been like, I don't know what this is. I don't know
Right.
where they're going.
I don't understand what's happening, all that stuff.
I think episode 2, this episode had a little bit more of the no, there's something wrong. Like reality is being undone or something. And they give you a little bit of teases. And I think one of my favorite moments is where Wanda sees the beekeeper coming out of and she just goes, no. And it's so serious.
And then rewinds it.
Dude.
She basically remanipulates the reality.
It's
I
a
think-
really, yeah.
I think that to me is the interesting part is like Because right now, the feeling that I have is that Wanda has either trapped herself somewhere and someone's trying to find her, or someone has trapped her and they're trying to find her. Or,
Yes.
like I feel like she's caught or stuck in between realities, maybe.
I think she might be in some kind of stasis in which she doesn't realize what she's doing to the people around her.
I mean, there was that rumor that like, oh, what if it all happens like in the Mind Stone while, during the events of Infinity War? And I'm like, that seems a little too
That's a stretch.
That's a little bit of a stretch.
As Vision's dying,
Right.
they're
Yeah.
like living a whole life, as if it's like a Star
Because
Trek
she's
episode
like
or
basically
something.
going through her mind and she's imagining what her life could have been with Vision. And I'm like, that might be a little bit of a stretch. And if she's like influenced in Sokovia, because you got to remember, like, this is gonna be a stretch, but you think about how like American television very much was like overseas, and if she's from Europe, she probably grew up watching these old American classics. Is that also kind of playing into her mind and how she's manipulating the reality and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Maybe it doesn't, but it's very possible that it could. I don't know, but it makes me really excited to kind of figure out more about like, where are we going with this?
Augustine,
My mind is blown.
Why were you scared at the notion that she could be pregnant? What's scary about that?
Well, the thing that kind of knocks her off the deep end in House of M is realizing that her children aren't real. She wants a family. She wants to be normal so bad. And when she realizes that the children aren't what is keeping her together, it's just, it's bad for everybody else. It's really bad for everybody else. And so this is a cool combination of Tom King's The Vision and House of M right now. This is really freaking cool. And I love what they're doing. Yeah.
I want to know who pitched this show. Because I just want to
For
give
real.
them like a fucking gold medal.
For real.
I think it was Kevin Feige.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I think it was his idea to be like, let's do a TV series for Wanda and Vision. Let's bring back Vision because he's died in Avengers Infinity
Right.
War. Because they did not pitch this show to Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen until after they did Infinity War.
Right. That's
right.
Until after
That's
Vision
right.
died. So I believe it was Kevin Feige going, look, I know that the comic books have some weirdness with Wanda and some real like sad tragedy, but what if we did it this
What
way?
if?
And it was like an homage to TV. And I think he came up with that idea, and I think he pitched it to these actors as a way to entice them to even kind of come and do this.
Right.
Because it's like, it's not just your regular, it's not going to be a 6 episode like, I'm Wanda and I'm depressed because Vision's dead, and I'm Vision and I'm being rebuilt or something. But like, what if you guys just did Dick Van Dyke? What if one episode was Bewitched? What if one episode was, whatever?
I mean, they're teasing Sword now, which
Yeah.
we know is another major player in the Marvel universe. And with random people, a beekeeper that shows up, they're really throwing it for a loop. But I really like everything that they're setting up at this point. I like that Feige's taking this risk to give us a 50 sitcom show post Thanos snap after the reaction that you saw, theaters erupting with cheer and applause. To go back to something like this I feel like it's a major risk, but right now it's paying off for me 1,000%. This is amazing.
Traditionally, in the
big swing.
comic books, does Sword mainly deal with like intergalactic threats, or is it
space, dude.
Yeah,
It's
it's
normally
space stuff.
So like
But I
that's the thing.
I
I'm
don't know.
like, okay, is Marvel Studios doing its own spin on Sword, or is this
Could be.
like leaning and revealing? Are we gonna like lean and reveal something later that's like, oh, it's Sword, but there's also like this like Earth established version of it, or whatever the case may be. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea. I can't wait to watch this next episode, though.
I cannot wait to watch episode 3 with you guys next week because I've seen the first 3 and then I'll be caught up and then we can keep talking about it. But if episode 1 was a like 5 on the scale of like, wait, what's going on? What can you tell us? And episode 2 was like a 7. I think episode 3 is like an 8 or a 9 in terms of like, wait, what's going on? What's the weirdness? What's like?
This is
what
where
do we
they
know?
really throw us for a loop.
Hector, you
Right?
can't say those things.
Man, damn it, Hector.
But
Okay.
guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about the second episode of WandaVision. Any Easter eggs that we might have missed, anything at all. We'd love to know all of your thoughts. Let us know. Check out the uncut reaction on Patreon and come back because we're going to be doing all 9 of these bad boys. So come back next week for episode 3.
yeah.
Super excited to check it out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one.